Hey, it's Melody Jacobs here, and I'm going to talk to you about my first semester here at Stony Brook. So overall, it started out actually pretty good, I'd say. I mean, it was rough in the beginning. I actually was originally a member of Stony Brook's marching band, SOSB 14, and I came out here early for band camp. Really excited because I went through shit that I was going through back at home because of my ex, because of the trial against him for rape, because of all that. So it was hard for me. But I got out here and I said, you know what? I want to start over, where no one's going to really know that that's my story, that that's what I've gone through. Even though it is, and it wasn't even a month since it happened. 2 weeks after. I was out here at Stony Brook. I'm like, okay. Excited, eager, young, ready to do this. So I get there for band camp, and we have rank leaders and section leaders. And they seem chill at first. I mean, not overly welcoming like other sections were. Not overly welcoming as in walking me to where I needed to be, so I can be with the other people on my first night out here, not knowing where I was going, and wandering around aimlessly looking for the band space, not having a clue. But, that's only a job of a leader to help out the younger kids, but I'm not going to downplay them or anything. That's what they did. That's on them. So, also, comes that time that I feel comfortable cursing because I come from a household where that's the present thing. They had a contract, and what it said, easy, you can't curse in band, you can't be negative. Well, they made a big deal about hazing, but what about the people who have depression? Who thinks about them? What if they want to express how they feel? I got in trouble for expressing negativity and crying because of a rape trial on a case against my ex that wasn't even a month. I got in trouble for cursing and having fun. It was an accident. I didn't know. I didn't deserve to be called white trash. That was day number 2 out here. And I felt very weird and out of place because of that. However, just how it was, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep shining. I'm going to be me. I'm not going to let them eat away at me. And I realized, alright, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to do it. Do my thing. It's going to be fine. Kind of is. Start hanging out with some older guys. Because some of them are my friends. Got on Tinder so I can meet people, so I wouldn't be alone out here. So I can have friends. That was my purpose. Was I looking for a boyfriend at that point? Hell no. Was I looking for physical stuff? I don't know. Probably not at that point. I don't know. But I got out here, met a lot of older guys, like juniors and seniors, who kind of were helping me out. Weren't taking advantage, but were kind of helping me. And that was really nice. So people in the band started thinking that I was a slut going around with people. And I heard that constantly. About one of my best friends, who became to be because of Tinder, hearing that I was a slut because I went with a different guy each night. That was not what was going on at all. So it kind of ate away at me hearing that. It's okay though. So I made a lot of friends because of Tinder. Then Carmen and I were both in marching band together. And her and I became like tight-knit best friends. And that's kind of is that way still to this day, even though I'm no longer in marching band, which I'll get to. Overall, just marching band wasn't for me. It was starting to affect my job, which I need money for. I need money to be here. I'm like other people here whose parents pay everything. That's not my situation. I don't get that. So, yeah, I don't. So I have to work on the weekends. I'm a figure skating coach. I have to commute an hour away back to Iceland. That's just how it is. I mean, if it were up to me, would it be not that long? Yeah, but it's where the money's at, so I have to go there. So, basically, again, they got upset because I couldn't be there all the time, because I wasn't as interested, because it was tough, it was hard, people were mean, it was cliquey. They didn't like that I wasn't as dedicated and stuff, because I wanted to be a college kid, because I wanted to go to a frat party, because I wanted to. Hang with people that are not the typical norm. I'm sorry. That's who the fuck I am. At times. I want to feel like a normal kid. I just wanted to escape it a little bit. have normal experiences. I didn't want to be a uptight person. I didn't like any of them. No, I really didn't. So I would be that girl who would walk in late to rehearsal because on Friday night, to kind of escape it, what would I do? I'd go out and I'd party. I'd wake up in some guy's house. I'd be like, shit, how did I get there? And I'd get my ass to rehearsal as quick as I could. And I'd do that so I didn't have to be at rehearsal as much. Kind of show up. I'd be altered a little bit. So I wouldn't have to deal with it because I hated it, because I didn't like the director. Was that the smartest thing to do looking back at it? No. If I can redo it, I would have gotten out sooner. Yeah, I totally would have. But that's how it is. So basically, there was a final turning point for me. I got with my boyfriend, actually through Tinder. Actually, funny story in and of itself. People say you don't find people on Tinder. You do. It's okay. You just gotta search far and wide for them. But they're out there. So he's a great guy and everything, and he's really inspired me to do better and change my life around and get rid of my reckless habits. So basically, what was going on was, marching band for me was, there was this guy, Ryan Miller, and he kind of found out about me, started checking me out. Now keep in mind, he is a senior. He's an angry senior. He's not a nice senior. He's angry and aggressive. He's one of the few people who told me about band bingo. So my overall experience was, I found out that I was a big pawn in this game. And that's why people were interested in talking to me and wanted to be my friends. So band bingo is this. It's a game. It's a sex game. If you sleep with somebody in your section, you get a point. If you sleep with leadership in your section, you get 2 points. So if you sleep with somebody who's in your section and not in leadership, and somebody in leadership, the person in leadership will count as 2 points. If you sleep with somebody outside your section, you get a point. So the same thing applies to that section. So one person, whoever has the highest point value. Band staff is 3 points. The ultimate goal is to sleep with the director, Dr. Justin Stelrick. The goal is to get to 5 points, but there's people like Ryan Miller who are up at like 10 or 15 points. What they do? They try to seduce freshmen. People like, I wasn't the only one. There were 3 clarinet players in the freshman section he tried for this year. He tried for me. He was not nice about it when I sat down. This was before my boyfriend, Eddie. But he wasn't nice. He got aggressive. And I had to deal with that. So I filed a Title IX against him. Filed one against band for the treatment and comments about me in the constant slut comments. So it wasn't easy filing Title IXs against people. On top of my fighting relationship with my parents. Hard academics out here, feeling alone. Everybody I heard was having an easy time transitioning. And there's me, and I'm like, it's not my story. I am not. It was hard. I'd come back most nights and cry in my bed, listening to other people, seeing them together, and knowing for me, I mean, I did, but I couldn't open up to anybody. I didn't feel I could trust anybody that would really know what to tell me. This is before my boyfriend. But this was my first whole month of college. Felt like that. Then, I mean, it got better because I started to realize everybody else around me was struggling too. Some people tried to disguise it, but I realized deep down they were struggling as well. I started making more friends. I dropped out of marching band. That made my life a lot easier because I now had my weekends I could work. I had time to actually do my work. I could see my boyfriend, so I didn't feel as alone, so that helped my mental health. And definitely the stress level went down. It wasn't as time commitment. I used to do Ice Girls. I dropped out of that too. It worked so much better for me that I was out of those places. I just felt better. So overall, I mean, academics, it's been hard for me. It's, different learning styles. Different, taking online courses, which I've never done before. Not easy. Doing harder college level classes your first semester, taking your first midterms. it's hard. Finding ways to study. Having the independence. Feels great watching Netflix on my bed every day, trust me. I love that. But I can't live like that. And I know that, and I've learned, and I'm trying to change that. I am trying to just limit it. Watch more TV, not so much shows. Because if I watch more movies, then I don't get as addicted. So stuff like that. You know? Movies end. TV shows have series, and they got, yay, we got this season, and next thing you know, you've watched, like, 6 seasons of the show, and you're like, fucking like, damn, I gotta do that now, and it's like, no, but, you know, I started watching Gossip Girl, and I'm like, no, can't watch that, too many seasons, so I stopped. I'm like, we're watching movies now, that's a better fit for your time. So yeah, you know, stuff like that. I'm starting to go out more. I'm figuring out how to do things. And I FaceTime my boyfriend. I'm trying to not stay in as much contact with my parents because they cause me anxiety. I'm trying to cut them out as much as I physically can. I am trying to focus on myself, my job, my work, my clarinet. You know, doing stuff I enjoy doing, like Spamalot Pit Orchestra. I like Wind Ensemble. It's fun. Will I do it again? I don't know. I like it, but we'll see. I like SB Live. I like stuff that's more fun and stuff that's really professional for a band because I come from a very competitive band world. So yeah, it's been really my transition. It's been hard, but at the end of the day, looking back at it now, I'm grateful because it's made me who I am. It's made me stronger. It's made me tougher. It's made me smarter. If it would have been a year ago, I never would have survived. But now I'm like, I'm a fighter. I will survive. It doesn't hurt as much. Just keep moving on. You try every day, little steps, and eventually you get there. I mean, when I first got out here, I was crying because I missed my ex. On August 19th, when I pulled up here, that was my story. Now it's December 3rd, 2019. I'm not crying for it. Are there times that sometimes I'll miss him? Yeah, that's normal. We were together a long time. It would be like that. Do I love my boyfriend? Absolutely. Is it more mature love than the past? Yeah. I've learned since being out here that there's infatuation, then there's actual compassion. It falls down when, you know, you have infatuation in the beginning, and when it fades and it becomes compassion, and it's not about physical stuff. It's about you're there and you care for each other. It's really about growing up, and I feel in this semester I have. Thank you. Peace out and have a good day.